Hi, this is Natalie showing you a trade that I took in the Dow the other day, and I'll try to explain what happened here. So if you look 2 bars ago back on the order flow, um, the chart that's in black, you'll see that it came up to a prior homework level, that orange dotted line that I had there, went a couple of ticks below there and dropped. So as this current bar that's painting pulled back up into that area, I took one contract short, and as this continues in, you'll see that I'll add a second contract short on that as it continues to pull back into that area. Which happens right there. Alright, so again, as it went up, some sellers stepped in, pulled back down to this bar, I added a second contract. So we are at the point of control, and we are at value, so I know that there is this potential that it can chop around in here, but based on the morning move earlier with a big move down, and this was a nice retrace into that down move and making a potentially lower high into a homework level, I felt that it was a good risk to reward opportunity. So let's watch and see as the trade plays out. My target on this trade will be the lower end of the value, the value area, low area, which if you look on the beige colored chart are the yellow horizontal lines. So it would be the bottom yellow horizontal line. So we really needed to break the low of the prior candle, and then this should get a little bit of speed behind it, get a little bit of legs. If you'll notice at the bottom, those red and green squares at the bottom of the order flow chart, those are showing me delta. And even on that green bar that we had 2 bars ago, even though it was a green up bar, we still had a red or negative delta, which is telling me that there were more aggressive selling than buying, which is another reason that gave me the confidence to stay into this trade or get into this trade. So it's finally breaking down. It took a bit of patience there, but you have to, if there's no reason telling me to get out of the trade, as long as the reasons that I get in the trade are still valid, then I just have to be patient and I have to wait. trying to move down. And you could see there in that current bar, as we had some buyers step in, which were highlighted in blue, then you saw that they disappeared. So the sellers were able to absorb all of those buyers. And again, it just confirms my entry and makes me feel good about the trade, so I'm hanging in there. So at this point I have a mental stop just above that point of control, the big thick line there. And I'll fast forward this tape just a bit because it did take a little bit of time here. Alright, so now you can see that as it came down, and I decided to take one contract off there and pocket a little bit of profit. So now I have one contract left. And if I can get a little pull back up, I'll add another contract back in. And you can see down in the delta that the red rectangles at the bottom, that there's a significant increase there in the negative delta. So we're getting a little bit of a retrace here. So if we pull back into the wick of that bar there, that might be a good place to add a second contract. I do see a bunch of buyers stepping in, so until I see sellers stepping back in, I won't add quite yet. I'm getting myself ready there. So they just took out all those buyers, that series of 3 highlighted in blue on the prior bar. So I went ahead and I added a second contract back in. And because of where my initial cost was, this allows me to add that second contract at really no risk, because I won't let it take that area out. So now we're going to head back down even lower. It's approaching that lower yellow line on the beige chart. You see that yellow horizontal line? That is the developing value area low. So that's where I'll look to take off the first one, even as we get close to there. Alright, so we got to that value area low, and I took one contract off, and so now I just have one contract left. And if I see buyers start really jumping in here, I'll take that last one off as well. But below that, you'll see the horizontal blue line, which is the value area high from yesterday. So that could also be a potential target. So that's why I'm kind of waiting a little bit. Probably should have already exited this trade with the point of control being at the lower section of the bar there, but I didn't at this point, as you can see. So pretty soon I do exit the trade though. It's coming back down in. And I took it off right there. Okay, so that was not a bad trade. $415 on the Dow. Hope you enjoyed it, and more to come. Thank you.